Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Brian here, Brian's Law Maintenance. All right, we got another fun video for you guys today. You guys know what it is, man. The Hustler Super 88. We got Emilio again. What's going on, brother? How we doing?
How are you?
Oh, good, man.
All right, hey everyone.
You ready to rock and roll again?
Yes, sir.
It's like we just did this.
Yep.
All right, so we got the, what is the official name? Is it the Hustler 88?
This is the Super 88.
Super 88.
Super 88.
All right, there you go. Little asterisk there.
I took some of the knobs off to get this, make it quick, easy.
Yep.
One of the biggest thing everybody wants to know is how are we doing this? How are we folding the decks and never derailing the belts? So I'm gonna lift this one here to show that. And it just takes real little effort.
You just did that in like 2 seconds.
Yep, and it's a suitcase handle. You know, my natural tendency is to never stick my hands under here, even if the machine is off.
Yep.
I know it's a bad, thing in my brain, so by having the suitcase weight handle, it just makes it real quick.
There you go. There you go.
I'm gonna leave that up. Okay. I'm gonna show something here in just a second. So a lot of people get scared of the pulleys. You know, they think, oh, I'm no longer driving a 5-speed, I'm driving a 10-speed now. Sure. You know. So one of the unique things about our 104 and our Super 88 with the wing setup, should you ever shell a belt, lose one belt. If you lose one of these serpentine belts, and I know some of you guys are out there on your trucks and you've lost that. Yep. You're down for the day. You lose this belt, the deck will keep mowing. The center deck and the other wing will continue. A lot of people are asking, when I hit things. Oh, wow. That's why I left the belt out. So if you do hit something, and it will happen when you back up, the park bench jumps in your way or the tree, it's gonna happen. And this thing, it keeps the deck from getting out of whack. Whoa. You don't have to bring it back in the shop. I've never seen that before. Get the dealers to reset it, or even if you're comfortable resetting it. Sure. If you're getting to a point where, you're mowing a lot of wet grass, and we all know that when we start off early, that happens. So you can make a small adjustment here, very little tools. So this sets the deflection. Yeah, you don't want it guitar string tight, Brian, but you want to go ahead and try to get it to where it's giving you some deflection. Okay. If you've ever ridden a dirt bike or set a chain on a bicycle, you want some deflection. Wow. Taut, but not tight. Okay. Okay. Wow. And then of course, your spindle. So this left-hand spindle, that's why I left it off, it's going to be rotating this way. This spindle here is also going to be rotating left. The center of the operator and to the right will all be clockwise blades. Yep. Those are painted black on your side. On that side, this one's actually going to be painted red. Oh, gotcha. Okay. See that? Yeah. So this one's actually going the other way. There you go. See that? Now, does that change with clumping or discharge or shooting? No. So we are rear discharge on this unit and the 104 and some of our Super Z lineup, and as well as the hyperdrive. So it leaves that huge opening off the rear for this individual blade. It leaves a big opening in the center and then again on the other side. Wow. So by doing so, we're able to kind of consume a little more grass at speed. Yep. Just depending on the conditions, if it's real lush or wet at the bottom, or if it's real tall and stringy, just depending on your speed. But that's going to be set by the operator that day. No kid. Let me ask you this: how's the stand-on sales for the Hustler doing with this mower? I've seen it all over the place. Yep. Folks seem to love it. Tell us a little bit more about the platform in general. So one of the things that we noticed when we started the 104 series 8 years ago, it didn't take off as fast as we thought. Okay. And that was okay, because we first started, we worked through the generational jumps, and then now that we've had the stand on, we're kind of paradigm shifting the market. Okay. We're getting the guys to upgrade and think on a different level. We did it with the 104, and now you've seen some other competitors come out. There's 2 other brands that I know of. Wide area mower, Wham mowing. Yep. But like I talked in one of the Instagram video, if the guys are looking for high production but with less manpower, and that's hard to do sometimes, because you're having to hire other guys, and then when you get the good guys, you want to keep them. Right. And when you can keep them, you want to put them on some of the best quality machines. Sure. You don't go to the dentist or the butcher with the wrong tools. You want to show up with the right tools. This guy's got analogies and jokes and ad-libs. No, I'm serious. On the other video we talked about Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. So but, in all fairness, you want to have the right tool for the job, and that's what you guys are doing in your day-to-day adventures. You can get to the back of the machine, hydraulics, change out the filter. There's the battery. Add oil. Wow. One of the things that we were asked about, even in our smaller stand-on units, was changing out the starter. Okay. It seems to be a problem for some of the brands. We wanted everything pretty much up front. If the guys need to get to them, assemble them. If you're a home maintenance guy, or you do your own maintenance in your own shop, by all means, it's all right here. It's easy to get to. Wow. Okay. Yep. 37 power plant. 37 EFI on this one. You can go carbureted, but we're starting to see more and more guys switching to the oil guard because of the value. Yep. How many times do you change your oil on one machine a year? if you're doing it more than 5 times, you're paying for it right
there. Yeah, one of the brands I use, you know, doesn't have it. Sure. So, yeah. But I wish we could retrofit this on mine. You know how it goes. Yep. But that's exciting, man. Yep. The so how many acres per hour, or what are guys doing to the commercial properties?
So, you know, a lot of guys are measuring, you know, 60s, 72s. This, again, I mentioned that the paradigm shift in the dynamics. So, you know, it's in between. You know, you've got the 96s and the 104s and now the 120s out there from the other brands, and we're able to nip at the heels of some of those because of the nimbleness.
Well, I can't wait to try it on. We got 3 acres of wide open grass, so you know we'll put it through the ringer, right?
Yep.
What about deck height adjustment?
Yep.
See, right on the front.
Deck height adjustment is going to be electric because of the weight. We don't. It's here. It's easy. You're just lifting it, and it's just geometry. Okay. But up here, you want to lift the whole thing. Yep. You'll have to fire up the engine, hit the switch up here. Okay. And it'll raise and lower it. Set your height of cut with the pin, like we did on the Super Z's. And it's real easy. But once it's set, it's kind of set and forget. Yeah. Unless you're changing, you know, you're going from one property side to the other. Look at all this. So can you do a little run through, through here? Because we have so many demos that say J, they know what they're looking at. And by the way, that's low key for me saying, how do I use this? Sure, no problem. So parking brake, pretty self-explanatory. Looks like a, you know, a grab handle. Yep. You know. Then you've got the solid bar and the bolstering here. So, you know, depending on your height, some guys like the bolstering more in their knees. Yep. Some guys like the bolstering more in their hips, you know, if you're a little bit taller. So you can lift this up, unbolt it, flip it. It's got the bolt holes already set for it. Oh, gotcha. So depending on your usage, depending on the terrain and the hillside. All right. Some guys like to reach a foot out. They never like to be both feet locked in. Yep. You know, I like to personally kind of ride one out. Yep. Or sometimes I'll even hang off just a tiny bit. In case you got to jump, bro. That's right. Not that you would ever ditch the mower, right? But smooth track. Yeah, and if you do ditch, I mean, if you can't reach the handle, it will shut off. Yeah, okay. You know, there you go. It's got the safety built into the platform back here. Oh, cool. So you've got your control, your stationary bar, and then you've got the, you know, the reverse bar. You can make a small adjustment here and track it a little bit here. You know, there's some guys with smaller hands or bigger hands. Sure. Sometimes they feel like they're putting too much pressure to hold it. So you can back this bar off and adjust it if you're getting cramped up a little bit. Okay. There is some settings here. These two Allen sets. If you adjust those, and if your tracking's off, I know some guys are driving and it's off a little bit. You want to go ahead and adjust those, and it'll track straight. All right. Okay. We got throttle, and then the deck height. You've got your oil, and then you've got a warning light in case something's up with the machine. You got your hour meter. You got your PTO switch, and obviously your key switch, parking brake. Nice, man. So what's how's the cut quality? Are we just, you know, a rear discharge, kind of a mulching? Rear discharge. So if you are attacking some of those high, you know, maybe not cutting as often, it may look a little windrowed. Yep. But if you double cut or cross cut, as they say, you know, a lot of guys will go ahead and do that. We went ahead and put mulching blades on this for you, so instead of it getting a real long cut grass, it's going to shimmer that down a little bit. Okay. So you don't have to feather it out as bad with your blower. Very cool. So we talk about going all day long, or you know, trying to do high capacity or high productivity cuts. One of the things that we also added for the stand-on Super 88 was a large fuel tank. So we've got 6 gallons on each side. Wow. You should be able to go all day, unless you're just really, you know, chopping off and lopping off that real tall stuff, you know, where you're working the engine pretty hard. So one of the things we want to talk about here is the height of cut adjustments. So you want to raise the deck up, both on the 104 and the 88, and then you're going to set your pins to wherever you're cutting. So we can see that one was set at almost 2.75 right there. Yep. Kind of walk that in there. If the pin gets a little caught and it won't go in, just kind of walk the wheel a little bit, kind of cant it a little bit. Okay. It'll fall right in. And then once that's set, reach up there, put the pin in, and I'm just gonna, I can't see it from your angle, but there it goes. I got it. Okay, and then at that point you pull the suitcase weight out, push in just a small little bit, put your hand there, releases it, and there it's down. Now it's set. All right. And then from here you would adjust your height of cut and the other side at 2.75, and you're ready to go. So one of the things that we get a lot of questions about is the construction and the design. So I talked a little bit about the Super Z, where if you put your hand under the center of the deck, you see all this ribbing. Yeah. That's actually under the Super Z as well. So you've got the arc ribbing here, and then it takes all the way to here to get to the blades. Wow. So this is also steel roller. Wow. So, you know, we're trying to give the component, I mean, heavy upgraded aircraft, or even, you know, industrial type fasteners and closures. So, you know, the guys are really happy and excited when they look at this from the soup to nuts kind of, you know, mindset. you know, it's not just an engineering mindset, it's an everyday, you know, common sense mindset. The guys are going like, yeah, that'll help and that'll last.
I like it.
Yep.
All right, brother. Well, where can these guys find more info if they want to know a little bit more about Hustler?
The website's going to be key. You know, this is not a machine where you typically find it in all dealers. You know, some of the Hustler North American dealers are going to have these, and some of them are not.
Okay.
So you just kind of look around, maybe make a few calls, and they'll tell you if they don't have it, you know. And if not, call the factory. You can always reach out, email the factory, and we'll find the dealer for you.
Hustler Turf on Instagram?
HustlerTurfEquipment.com.
All right, guys. Well, hey, we really appreciate you checking out this video. Again, this is some sponsored content that we got working through Hustler Turf. A lot of you guys wanted to see Hustler Turf on the channel over the last couple weeks and months, and we finally made it happen. By the way, if you guys see this mower right here, that is the Super Z Hyperdrive. We just did a video as well. I'll make sure to leave a little card here or there, and you guys can check out that video as well. So, all right, well, stay tuned as we continue to make more videos on the Hustler Turf lawnmowers. I know a lot of you guys are going to want to see them in action mowing the 3 acres, mowing our residential properties. And by the way, sorry for the sunglasses, super bright day. All right, Emilio, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right,
Appreciate
guys, we'll see you guys on the next one.